The Time of Revelation by Benjamin Krem's Master. A Master Speaks, Volume 2, page 123. For many years, the peoples of most countries have followed more or less meekly the edicts of their legislators, the politicians. This has largely been the case whether the legislative system was democratic or otherwise. This is now beginning to change. Far from quiet acceptance of unpopular laws, peoples in many countries now demonstrate and demand change. With the exception of those countries under tight military rule, the people more and more are demanding to be heard, to have their needs addressed and bad laws righted. As the beneficent energies of Aquarius gain in potency, this growing power of the people will multiply and become the most powerful voice on earth. So much is this the case, even now, that governments of all kinds are forced to take account of the people's reaction to laws which deeply concern their welfare. It becomes increasingly difficult for governments to govern along strictly factional lines, which government action is secretive and obscure. Much is done behind the scenes, of which people never hear. But generally, governments, at least in the so-called democratic world, are careful not to rouse the ire or discontent of the people. There is one major area in which this is assuredly not the case. For over 60 years, governments worldwide have withheld from the people the reality of UFOs, or flying saucers. Further, they have sought by all means to denigrate the occupants of these visiting craft as aliens, destructive and harmful to the people of Earth. To keep their populations under control and to avoid panic, they have denied the experience of hundreds of thousands of intelligent, open-minded citizens. They have thus created a major myth. Flying saucers do not exist, but they are dangerous and rapacious to men of Earth. Likewise, they have taught the people to deride the notion that crop circles are a legacy from space. Yet every government has unassailable proof of the existence, creativity, and superior technology of these brave and harmless visitors from the sister planets of our system. Our profound ignorance of the subtle planes of matter has allowed the major governments of the world to maintain this deception for so long. At least the time of revelation has arrived, for no longer will government agencies hide the truth from men of Earth, their brotherhood with the far-off planets of our solar system. Already, the star-like luminary, the herald of Maitreya's emergence, is showing people worldwide that for years they have been deceived by their governments. You may be sure that Maitreya will reveal the truth of our relationship with the other planets and of the cooperation which for long has continued between us. It is in truth the time of revelation.